It's really great to be in Shanghai. Unfortunately, I'm standing in for our inimitable founder of Dfinity, Dominic Williams, who's hard at work building the production release of our network, which should be out in the not too distant future. So I'm here in Dominic's place, but I think what I'd like to do is give you guys a quick overview of Dfinity itself, and certainly the vision of Dfinity. And after I've done that, we're going to have a look at a video that Dom's recorded himself in lieu of being present here today. So we call Dfinity the Internet Computer, and the reason for this is that we imagine a world where the internet is the operating system itself. And we hope that we can build, and we're confident that we can build, a new decentralized system to host most of the world's software systems and business systems. So we're all familiar, or most people are familiar with the lineage of the computer. It started out as this virtual construct that was really thought of as a way of breaking codes. It was purely existed in the logical realm. But eventually it was instantiated in hardware. And this is the physical machines that we're used to in as servers, PCs, and in our phones. So what Dfinity proposes is to take this one step further and to take certainly those servers at least and combine those into a single global computing resource. So it's kind of intuitive to imagine that one day all of the world's computers would be connected together into a single giant supercomputer that can run more software and execute kind of a greater volume of computation, certainly parallelized computation, and store more data than anything currently in existence today. So this is the vision of the Internet Computer, and our vision is really to host our machines that provision this network in data centers around the globe. And we imagine this as Cloud 3.0. There's a sense in which, when you think about Dfinity, it makes sense to imagine it as a kind of data center management software, only instead of just managing a single data center, this will be managing data centers in thousands of locations. So it's a token-controlled network, or a token-operated network. This is similar to what we're familiar with Ethereum. Dfinity tokens are used to pay for installing software, running software and storing data, and they're also used for the participation in governance, and also to enable someone to provision the network with computational resources. This is effectively mining, only in Dfinity there's no cryptographic puzzle. So this is truly decentralized in the sense that in Dfinity every single node is equal. We don't have any special nodes. There is no weighting of influence that a particular node may have over the network based on the amount of tokens that has been stored behind its associated address. All nodes in the Dfinity network are equal participants in that network. What we use to run software on Dfinity is something called WebAssembly. And I wonder how many people here are actually familiar with WebAssembly. Can we have a show of hands? How many people are familiar with WebAssembly? Right, not too many people yet, but I can guarantee you that in a year's time, every single hand in this room will go up. WebAssembly has been co-developed by Google, Apple, Microsoft, and the Mozilla Foundation to be an alternative to JavaScript. And as such, what they've done is they've embedded the WebAssembly virtual machine in every single browser that you can find anywhere. And this, that's Safari, not Internet Explorer. It's embedded into Windows, Chrome, and Firefox. And so it's already present on all of these platforms and allows people to run, allows any developer to write code that can run on any platform. And this is the software standard that we use for Dfinity itself. We envision, because of this unique address system that we're used to with kind of smart contracts, because of the expanded capabilities of Dfinity, we want to expand what can really take place behind a smart contract address. And I think a really good, Don's most recent kind of rendering of this is something called a web canister, where software is stored inside that address, and a module of software, and data is stored in the variables rather than in an actual database itself. And part of that data may well be a user interface that can be downloaded by accessing the web canister, by accessing that module, and then allow the user through their web browser to interact with the software module running on Dfinity. So this gives us all these tremendous benefits, this idea of autonomous software that never goes down, that we can rely on to run forever because of the longevity of Dfinity itself. We've built in a governance system in order to ensure future-proofness. Dfinity is a shardable network, meaning that it can scale. We're looking at privacy technologies. Obviously, because we have completely eliminated people from the hosting process, not only is Dfinity potentially much less expensive than existing hosting solutions, but it's unhackable, because all of these leaks, all of these data leaks, all of these attacks that we see taking place today, all these security breaches, they take place because of human error. By eliminating the humans, we eliminate the possibility of hacking, which is a fight that, let's face it, we're losing today on the internet. So it's a new paradigm like Dfinity is something that's needed in order to mitigate this ongoing problem. So we hope to run, global IT systems. Let's skip the slide. So how is the network governed? Well, we have a system we call the blockchain nervous system, and what this is essentially a governance system that allows bonded participants to vote on proposals that have been made to change the network. And essentially, a proposal is made and submitted along with a bond or a fee as a civil resistance mechanism, and it's voted on by the participants in the algorithmic governance system. I often describe this as an opaque liquid democracy, where we don't know who's voting, but participants are allowed to delegate votes to trusted parties, so that we also don't suffer from voter apathy. And then if a proposal is passed, it's set to a super user contract that has the ability to change anything in the Dfinity system. And this could be determining the client that should be live. This could be changing economic parameters, freezing software, potentially unlocking funds in the case of a broken contract of some kind, and to manage the network structure itself. So who's pursuing this? Well, we are. Dfinity is a not-for-profit based in Switzerland. We number about 45 right now. We've just opened an office of about 40 in Switzerland, with 40 desks in Switzerland. We also we have another base of operations in Palo Alto in the US. And we're looking for more people to join the team. So please be in touch at dfinity.org/jobs. We also have an ecosystem venture fund that is being run in San Francisco by Polychain Capital, and also OnChain is helping us out with something similar in Shanghai. And that's Dfinity. After this, we'll play the video of Don, and he'll be showing off our new testnet that's up to 2,100 nodes, I think. So I'll let him take it from here. Thank you, guys.
Hello everybody, it's Dominic Williams from the Divinity Project. I'm here in Palo Alto. It's Sunday night. An administrative issue has kept me in the United States. I'm really missing Shanghai, wishing you all the best. I hope somebody will go and have a drink for me in Bar Rouge on the Bund. Anyway, since I can't be with you, I'm recording this quick message to update you on the progress of Divinity. So the answer is, you have to sort of look to the 3 pillars of Divinity strategy. The first pillar is to develop advanced novel technology. That means we don't just, reinvent the wheel, take some things that already exist and just make some changes. We invent novel technology to solve the challenges of creating an extremely fast blockchain that can scale out and act as the internet computer. That obviously involves a lot of R&D, and we seek to hire the very, very best engineers and researchers in the world. And that's the second piece of our strategy. We are building what we call a massive decentralization. That means we're building out an organization that we think will be sufficient to support a network that in production we hope will one day host much of the world's software and internet services. So that organization is being built out with researchers, engineers, operations people, and so on. And it's happening as we speak. We've got a research center here in Palo Alto, a research center in Zurich now, administration center in a place called Neuchâtel, and we've got people all around the world. Everywhere from Asia to different parts of the United States and so on. I think we're kind of double the size we were a few months ago, and we expect to double again in just a few months. So that's going very, very well indeed. The third piece of our strategy, of course, is product market fit. We're really focused on delivering what we call the internet computer. And we have a very clear vision for the internet computer, and why we think it'll add value in the world, and why we think it'll be adopted. So anyway, having talked a little bit about Divinity strategy, what we do, I just want to finish up with a quick sneak peek at the Divinity test network, which is running here in the office, and I'm looking at it on the wall. So the Divinity test network is currently comprised of 2,100 block-producing full nodes. That means we have 2,100 machines distributed around the internet that are combining to produce a single chain. This is actually the main chain, if you like, that is used to run system software and record meta information that will be shared amongst every computer in the Divinity Internet Computer Network, which we anticipate will one day have millions of individual nodes supporting the platform. So here we go. On the right is a kind of grid that displays the nodes in the network. The squares that light up green represent the members of the current group that is notarizing the current block and producing the next round number. The lines that are popping up here are in fact the peering relationships between the nodes. Otherwise, not much to say. It's chugging along, processing transactions and credit blocks. I think what's important though to talk about just now is that at Divinity we believe in open networks where vast numbers of individual computers are combined to produce a platform. And we believe in that because just like the internet was built out by ISPs, we think the internet computer will be built out by data centers. It's an open, decentralized network. That means anybody can add computing power. And furthermore, of course, we're aiming for absolutely incredible resilience, which you can only achieve if you combine ultimately very large numbers of computers and can tolerate large numbers of them failing. And that's not something I'm seeing in very many of the new networks that are coming out today. People seem to have forgotten about the need for openness and decentralization and resilience. Anyways, you can be sure Dfinity we're continuing to push the envelope with respect to how many computers can connect and in a network to create something like the Internet Computer, which has absolutely fantastic resilience. Okay, that's it from me. Enjoy Shanghai. Bye-bye.